Hey guys, thank you so much for everyone who's been messaging me with support with my vlog. I really appreciate it, and thank you to everyone who has actually said their story to me. I Some of it I just couldn't believe, and to know that I'm helping everyone is just outstanding, and it makes me so privileged and appreciate all the love and support that I'm getting. This one is about a relationship I was in. It was he was mentally abusing me, and nobody knew this. I was in a relationship with him for 8 months, only short, but still. And at the beginning, I felt like we were even, like we were partners, that, we were getting along really well. Chemistry was outstanding, and, I felt like we were equal partners, in a relationship. And all of a sudden, it just changed. There was one moment that I remember, and it was because I didn't go over to his house, which was always me going to his house. And he was saying that he needed some space, and he's not sure if he wanted to be with me and stuff like this. And I was like, what's going on? Like, what? And it made me feel insecure, and I shouldn't have to feel insecure in a relationship, especially when it was going well. And then after that, it's kind of like I started to get played a bit. I started to get used because I started to, we had to work together as well. So it was like, it felt like it was all about him, and I was just there for the ride. I wasn't important enough to him to, like, it was all about what he wanted. And so as the relationship went on, I started to just try to stick up for myself, to be honest. And I used to get shut down all the time. Used to get told that I'm nothing, that I'll be nowhere without him, which wasn't true. Now I know this, I know this. I've put myself in a position where I put myself where I wanted to be, and I'm still doing it. But he would say, no, you're nothing without me. It will go on to a point where I would be sitting there on a bed, and him yelling at me to the point where I'd be crying. If I said something, he'll cut me off straight away, just keep beating down on me. It was words that I couldn't describe. Like, it was the worst words you can even say to someone that you supposedly love. And it got to a point where obviously we drifted apart. And when we broke up, it got even worse because we still had to work together. And he used to yell at me in front of people, make me cry in front of people, talk shit about me. I didn't want to swear, but I'm sorry, but he did. And it would be, so I would be embarrassed in front of everyone, and people would hear it. And some people, like only one or two people, would actually stand up for me, or at least sit with me and make sure I'm okay. It got to a point where I didn't even know who I was. The words that he was saying, I don't want to say too much, but the words he was saying to me, it made me so insecure about who I was and just when I look at myself now and look at who I am now and look back at that, I wouldn't even allow myself to be spoken to like that. Like, no. And I don't think my mentor and my mum would ever let me do that again. They would be saying a few choice words themselves, to be honest, to make me realise that I'm worth a lot more. And the only thing that I'd be annoyed at myself for in that situation was I didn't have a voice. And my voice went on to the fact that he started beating my dog. And my dog is my life and soul, my heart and soul, my whole everything, my world. And he used to hit him. And I said to him, like, don't ever touch my dog like that. But what happens when I'm not there? And there was this one moment I remember I was walking into a room, and I heard my dog whimper and squeal. And I was going, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. And I was like, don't touch my dog. Don't. He goes, what are you going to do about it? Standing right over me, standing in my face. Like I could feel his nose on mine, and I could smell his breath. Like that's how close he was. And I was like, don't want to know. Because I was getting to the point where I was sick of it. I was sick of just being treated like crap all the time. And there was this other moment where we got into a fight, and he got right in my face and started saying to me, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't do anything. And I was like, I don't think you want to, I said, I don't think you want me to even say anything. I didn't even know what I could do because I was so scared of speaking up that I couldn't say anything. And so I pushed him. Just a push. Didn't hit, didn't do anything else, didn't slap him across the face like I should have. But he got in my face and I pushed him and he grabbed me and threw me on the floor. And I had to literally kick him off me because I from that point I couldn't be with that in that house. And this was even when we weren't together, because we lived together at one point and I couldn't move out. There was the situations that was avoiding it. And so at that point I was just like, I need to find somewhere else to go for my dog's sake, let alone mine. Because I know he's got anger management problems and he doesn't admit it, but I knew that it's not going to be good if I stay in that toxic environment. And I needed to get my dog and myself out, because he is the most important thing to me and I'm the most important thing to him, and that's all I need to know. And that's why no matter what, when people would say anything about my dog or try to do anything about my dog, it's not going to go down well for them, because I've got a voice now and I'm going to speak up, and I'm not going to let anyone put me into that position again where I had no voice, nothing to say. Think that it was okay for someone to treat me like crap, because I'm worth a lot more, and I know that now. And the fact that I experienced it has made me stronger, because then I can tell people my story, and hopefully people can realize, that's not right. I deserve more than this, because you deserve a lot more than what they give you. And if they can do that to you, they're not in it for love. And obviously not, because, he started seeing other people and stuff like that, and I saw maybe one or two, but this is the time for me to focus on myself now. But I couldn't ever think of myself doing that again. I'm not ashamed of of who I was, because it's brought me to this point now to be able to share my stories with everyone. And that's the most important thing, because if I can make sure that help people to make sure that this doesn't happen to people, that would be the best thing in my life, because I'm helping others. And from all the messages that I've got, that I received, it's worth it. And I will go on a little bit more about the bullying that I got a little bit more in depth in the next episode, because after we broke up, I did get a lot more bullying and comments and treated like crap as well from other people. And I will go into that. So just to clarify, just to make sure that you know who you are. And that's the most important thing. And don't let anyone change you. Just be you. And if somebody can't accept that, or somebody is treating you the way you don't want to be treated, then that's the thing that you've got to go, is this going to be is this worthy to me? Is this going to make me better? If it's not, think about walking away. That's what I should have done. When I first found out that it was starting to happen, I should have just walked away. And I didn't. So don't let you do that. You be the strong person that you can be, and know your worth, and know that what's right for you. So thank you for being with me today. And if you have any questions, and if you want to tell me your story, And if you want some advice, because I do definitely have a lot of advice to give, message me on Instagram, nat_page15, like my YouTube, subscribe, send me messages. I'm always here to help and, try to be someone that you can look up to. So thank you for sharing this moment with me. Until next time, be safe, be happy, and be kind to others.